In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace a diaphragm in a brake chamber, brake pod, whatever you call it, on this is a trailer, 53-foot dry van trailer, but this will also apply to anything that has spring brakes, trucks, trailers, equipment, anything that has spring brakes. But what's happening is the service side is leaking. When you push the brake pedal, you're getting air out of the bleeder ports on the rear, and it's only on the service side. If it's leaking when you push the brakes to release the brakes on the emergency side, then you have to replace the whole chamber. But in this case, you only have to replace the diaphragm if that's what the customer wants, or if that's what you want. Step one, let your air pressure build until it blows off, which it hasn't yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and push it in. And then push in said brake valve. If it's the tractor, push in the yellow one. If it's a trailer, push in the red one. Step two, punch the guy in the throat who put this brake chamber on, because he put the clamp on the back side instead of the front side. And this is only a one-sided clamp. It only has one bolt in it. So do that, then follow along. Step three, remove this bolt after your brakes are released. Now you can also take a caging bolt and take this cover off, put it in there and zip it down until it stops, which is, you can see right there, that bolt on the bottom. You can take that out and put it in there and cage it, but that's just an extra step that you don't need to do unless you're working on a trailer that doesn't have air or air supply. And it is important to release the brakes or cage it, because it could pop off and hurt you. I mean, it's still going to pop off, but it won't hurt you as bad. There you go. And that's your brake chamber diaphragm. And it was leaking through the service side, and there's our culprit right there. So now get your appropriate, this one's a type 30 short stroke. You can tell if it's short stroke or long stroke because these ports that the lines go into, this will be a very obvious square port, but this is a short stroke, and so it has round ports. A lot of times it'll tell you on the chamber, it'll say 2.5 or 3. 3 is long, 2.5 is short. So check out your chamber, make sure it's not rusted all to. And yeah, get you a new diaphragm. Throw your new diaphragm in there and go to town. Check out the condition of your bolt, nut, and clamp, and brake chamber when you have it all apart. One quick thing to notice, that's out just a little bit, probably because it doesn't have full air pressure. So whenever you go to put it back together, just make sure you have full air pressure. And if your brake's set and no big deal, it's not going to damage anything. Just air it back up, release your brakes before you put it back on there. And take your diaphragm with you to town. Make sure they don't try to pull a fast one on you and give you the wrong one. Long stroke's just a little bit longer than the short stroke diaphragm. Got your brake chamber, put your tools away, go to town. We arrived at Gay Pride. Let's wait for them to wake up, about 30 minutes. Whoa! All right, take your new diaphragm, set it in there. Clock this the correct way. This clamp, that way you're not fighting it. And as you can see, you push down on it and it's not wanting to close the gap. So you're going to want to back off your slack adjuster on your brakes, like so. Much better. So then put that there. Put the brake chamber up on there. Can't do this one-handed. And squeeze the clamp down over the flange there and the flange there. Once you got that back up in there, you squeeze this, get your nut on there, and then tighten it down. Another thing is you want to make sure that it's centered. Like, make sure the chamber is centered to the base plate, otherwise it'll leak. Don't go too tight with it, but that should be about good. Yeah, I mean, it's a very simple job. Even John over at No Brakes Nation could do this job, probably. Maybe not. Let me know, John. And now with full air pressure, which I have, 120 pounds, go through and adjust your brakes. This is a real handy tool to have when you're working by yourself. You can also use it for adjusting clutches. Now I've got the brakes applied, and it's no longer leaking. All right, so now the real question. How much did I charge for this job? I charged $1,280 for this job. The diaphragm was $250, and the job was the rest of the labor, plus, you know, $700 for me to show up. So, I don't know, you think I charged too much for this job? Could have gone to a shop and maybe done it for about $65, you know, plus parts, and that's actually what I charged. $65, I was already here. Brake chamber was $7, so, you know, like $72, something like that, plus tax. I don't know. Is that not enough? That too much? I was already here. You tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. See you on the next one.